While we're talking about compromises, APS-C sensor is smaller than a full-frame sensor. People will immediately think, bokeh, low light. Yes, APS-C is weaker than full-frame, but I'd argue if you know what you're doing, you're using the right gear, you will yield results that rival full-frame. Plus, bokeh isn't everything. Getting the blurriest of blurry background doesn't make you a better storyteller. But if you do really need distinctive separation between subject and background, there are plenty of f1.4 lenses to choose from, like the new 15mm f1.4 from Sony, or even the popular Sigma trios 16, 30, and 56 f1.4. Very, very solid choices. Those will definitely come in handy in low light situations. But another way to deal with low light is to shoot in S-Log3. With the FX30, you have 2 base ISO that gives you the full 15 plus stop of dynamic range, 800 and 2500. Now it's important to shoot in one of those two and not the numbers in between, as you will lose dynamic range and introduce more grain and noise into your footage. For example, it's better to shoot in 2500 than it is to shoot at 2000, because at 2500, your second base ISO kicks in and gives you a cleaner image. Now on the flip side, if you're just bumping from 800 to 1600, you can largely get away with it. I'm just more talking about you're literally that close to the next cleaner ISO, you might as well just bump to it, right? But if you're just like, you're not even that close to it, but you just need that extra bit of kick of light, yeah, you can go in between the ISO, no problem. Now for this dark scene right here at the Kyotsu Gorge Tunnel, I want to preserve a lot of my highlight and shadow details, so I switch to S-Log3. That said, I have pushed up to 6400 ISO and at times 12800 with no picture profile, and the results are usable, in my Vong opinion. May not be the right opinion, but at least it's the Vong opinion. So a lot of what you're seeing, aside from the very contrasty, tricky scenes, are shot with no picture profile. Standard creative style, and I think it looks great. It's the style that I've been filming for years now, and we're getting some of the best Sony colors in recent years. Less of that greenish tint that you might have found in the older A6000 and A7 series cameras. The skin tones that come off of this just looks fantastic. And the footage off the FX30 matches up quite well with the A7R5 and the A1, making it great to serve as a B, C, or D camera for both the A7R5 and the A1, and even the FX3 and the A7S3. So that makes it a pretty dang good B, C, D, E, F, G camera for your FX3 and your A7S3 as well.